Hey everybody, this is Guguk7. Welcome back to more Pokémon Stadium. Now, this is the 4th episode of Round 2 of Pokémon Stadium, in which we're going to be taking on the Prime Cup Master Ball. Now, once again, I will cover the Poké Ball, Great Ball, and Master Ball, the Great Ball and Ultra Ball difficulty in separate sub-episodes without commentary, and they will be linked at the top of the description. But in this episode, I'm going to be taking on the Master Ball difficulty. Now, I know one question that you're probably asking yourself. It's been months since the 6th bonus episode of Pokémon Stadium, which was the last bonus episode. What took so long to get these 4 episodes uploaded? Did I take like a break or something? Actually, no, I didn't. I want to upload Round 2 of Pokémon Stadium in batches, batches of 4 episodes at a time. And this first batch is just the most difficult and the longest to make. So it just took a little bit longer than expected. But we're now back. And this is the last episode about the stadiums in Pokémon Stadium. So I guess it's time to choose the team. Once again, it is based off Worcester, his 100% Let's Play of this game, in which he takes on all the cups, all the gym battles, Elite Four, and Mewtwo of Round 1 and Round 2. And once again, I'm using the same team that he uses for the Prime Cup Master Ball, because I think that it is the most efficient team. Now, starting off, we're going to be using the Rock Ground type Graveler. It has Rock Slide and Earthquake. It is very nicely typed for some of the Pokemon that we're going to be encountering. Now, Gengar has Hypnosis, Dream Eater, and Nightshade, which can be quite useful. Of course, a ridiculous special and a very nice speed. Executor has a decent special, also with Sleep Powder and Psychic and Solar Beam for when you need that, so its typing is good, and this moveset is pretty good. Now we also need our Electric type. Once again, the fastest we can get, other than Electrode. Once again, this Jolteon has Thunder instead of Thunderbolt, but it also has Sand Attack and Pin Missile, which can be quite useful. Now we also need our Starmie, and unfortunately it doesn't have Surf this time around, but it has Bubble Beam and Thunder, which with some luck can be quite useful in some situations. Now we also want Chansey because she has a decent special and a very high HP. She can tank some of the Pokemon that you might have trouble with if you choose something like, I don't know, Kadabra or one of the legendary birds. So that's the team that I'm going to be using. Let's get started with the Prime Cup Master Ball. Alright, let's get this first battle started. Now, this is a pretty straightforward battle with the trainer having pretty optimal moves on his Pokemon. So what I'm going to be using is Jolteon, Starmie, and Graveler. Alright. Graveler is for the Scyther, but you can also use it for the Ninetales and the Pharaoh. Now, Scyther, you just want to use Thunder on it. And as this first battle gets started, I think it is now time for the summary of Golem. Alright, the summary of Golem, who is a Rock Ground type Pokemon. Its base stats are HP 80, Attack 110, Defense 130, Special 55, and Speed 45. In the second generation, he will have a Special Attack of 55 and a Special Defense of 65. Recommended moveset would be Earthquake, Rock Slide, Body Slam, and Explosion. Alternatively, you can teach it Double Edge, Hyper Beam, Toxic, and Substitute. Golem is, as I said in the previous episode, very similar to Rhydon, so they generally are grouped together as one entity in the Generation 1 metagame discussions. But the main difference are, stat-wise, Rhydon has slightly higher HP and attack, Golem has slightly higher defense, special, and speed. So Golem will output slightly less damage, but tank hits a little bit better despite its lower HP. And moveset-wise, they are extremely similar. The main difference is that Golem can learn Explosion. This can really make the difference between Rhydon and Golem in very dire situations, since I believe that is a guaranteed one-hit KO against Chansey. I could be wrong, but it's not a guaranteed KO against Executor and Starmie, I believe as well. The one thing you need to watch out for with Explosion is the opponent switching into Gengar or another Rhydon and Golem. If you predict the opponent doing that, you can hit them with a very strong Earthquake. But other than that, Golem is pretty much the same as Rhydon, as I've said in the previous episode. Alright, that should be the summary of Golem over with. Hope you enjoyed that. Now, as I said before, Golem and Rhydon are very similar, but I just wanted to separate their summaries because of their different stats and their different moveset options. Now, the Scyther that we saw earlier, you need to watch out for the Sword Stance, and for the Ninetales, you just want to use Minimize for its dig to miss. But that should be the first battle over with. Alright, we're off for the next battle. We got a perfect match, which is absolutely great. We're really going to need that near the end of the Prime Cup Master Ball. Alright, so this next trainer you might be very familiar with, because it is the one that uses Focus Energy on his Pokemon a lot. Now, I'm going to be using Executor, Starmie, and Graveler in case of Flareon or Hitmonlee. Alternatively to Graveler, and alternatively to Starmie, you can use Gengar. Specifically because of this Pinsir, because it only has normal type moves, I believe. Either way, I'm going to switch to Graveler with its bigger defense than Executor. Let me check my notes. Oh, Pinsir also has Submission and Seismic Toss, so maybe Graveler wasn't the best choice. Maybe I should have used Gengar instead, but there's not much I can do now, other than just using Rock Slide. That did a lot of damage, but of course it has recoil damage after that. Now Rock Slide should do a lot of damage. Alright, Executor's Psychic should be able to finish it off, but let's just sacrifice Graveler. We can still win this perfectly fine. Alright, Executor, a Psychic should be able to finish it off, but it can do a decent amount of damage with Double Edge, so need to be careful for that. Hopefully it doesn't critical hit. Alright, it didn't critical hit. Still a decent amount of damage thanks to Pinsir's attack stat. And that's Pinsir dealt with. Now, this trainer of course has the 3 evolutions, so they are decent Pokemon, but Flareon, it's best to switch to Starmie in the turn that it's going to use Focus Energy. Or maybe not, maybe I can do a sacrifice play. I'll just do that. Maybe I can lower its special, which would be very useful. After putting it to sleep. Alright, first it's sleep. Maybe I'll do Psychic. No, I'll switch. Alright, let's just go for the Bubble Beams. Now, Bubble Beam on Starmie is a bit unfortunate because a lot of the Pokemon that would be a 2-hit KO with Surf turn out to be a 3-hit KO thanks to its lower base power. So critical hits are very necessary when using Starmie. Alright, one more Bubble Beam should be a KO. Now, what is your last Pokemon? If it's Vaporeon, it shouldn't be too difficult. If it's Jolteon, maybe it's a little bit difficult. Alright, Hitmonlee. If we had Psychic, we would have used it now, but Bubble Beam and Thunder should be able to do the job just fine. Maybe we can also lower its speed in case Starmie goes down and Executor needs to finish off the Hitmonlee. Alright, Focus Energy. It does have High Jump Kick, Mega Kick, and Seismic Toss, so Mega Kick is the one I'm worried about, but it does have a lower than 100 accuracy. Alright, Mega Kick. Can Starmie survive that? I was expecting Starmie to survive that, but I guess I misjudged the attack stat of Hitmonlee, but we should be able to win this with a just a Psychic. Alright, Mega Kick, it's still faster than us. And the move missed, that's nice. With Executor's special stat and its remaining HP, I would have expected Executor to survive perfectly fine. Alright, we are off to the next battle. Now, the next battle can be really annoying. And I'll talk about that in just a second. We got one continue, so that's perfect. We could have had two if the previous battle went a little bit better. Alright, so this trainer, you want to use Gengar, Starmie, and Jolteon, our fastest Pokemon. Now, this trainer is based around using one-hit KO moves, so Horn Drill, not Guillotine, but Fissure. And then all of its Pokemon have moves that can lower your speed, like Thunder Wave and Bubble Beam and all of that. Now, Dragonite in particular only has Horn Drill, so it can't really do much against Gengar, so that is why you want Gengar first. But a lot of this battle is just luck. You know, you're gonna get paralyzed, you're gonna get your speed lowered, you're gonna get Horn Drills and Fissures attempted on you. But in case of this Dragonite, it will just use Bubble Beam against Gengar. But a particularly dangerous Pokemon for this battle would be Tauros, because it has Horn Drill and Fissure, so it can hit Gengar. But it also has Body Slam and Earthquake, so if it starts seeing that its Horn Drills and its Fissures start missing, it's just gonna start using Body Slam and Earthquake. So let's just continue with using Nightshade on this Dugtrio. Now, luckily it is a 3-hit KO because its HP stat is not spectacular, I guess. Now, one more Nightshade should be able to finish it off. Alright. Alright, so that's one Pokemon down and 2 attempts at a one-hit KO move. Let's see, your next Pokemon. Okay, Arbok. Now, Arbok is one particular Pokemon, along with Nidoqueen, that isn't particularly fast. So, if it doesn't have... wow, it hit. Well, if it didn't have Gengar already paralyzed in front of it, it would have gone for the Glare. Starmie, I guess. Oh, I misclicked Jolteon, I'm sorry. Well, Jolteon is perfectly fine because Thunder will do more damage than Starmie's Thunder. And the Arbok is going to use Glare against us. Now, Oh, we got it paralyzed. Now that is actually perfect, because that means we are still faster than this Arbok. So basically, it has Glare, Acid, and Fissure, and its Fissure is now useless against Jolteon. Now it's going to switch back to Dragonite, and hopefully that one gets hit by a strong Thunder. Alright, with a critical hit, that is very nice. That is Dragonite down, and this should be a guaranteed win. Arbok's paralyzed, our Jolteon is still faster than it, even though it's paralyzed. So it can't do any more than Acid. Now, if Thunder misses a bunch, then we're going to need Starmie as well, but Jolteon should be able to finish it off. Alright, perfect. We were very lucky in this battle. Now, in previous recording sessions, I have gotten really stuck on this particular battle because it just kept on sending out Tauros. Tauros just did its Horn Drill, did its Fissures, it hit sometimes, and then if it didn't hit, it would just go for Body Slam and Earthquake. Now the next trainer is revolved around it's Poison Pokemon, Nidoking and Weezing, and then Water Pokemon, Slowbro, Vaporeon, and Ground type Pokemon, Golem and Sandslash. Now you want Executor, Starmie, and Gengar. Alternatively to Gengar, you can also use Jolteon in case the trainer uses its Vaporeon and Slowbro instead of its Golem. Now its Golem in particular, as I said before in the summary, it's useful because this one has Explosion. And, of course, it did Explosion, so that is why you would like to use Gengar over Jolteon in this particular battle. So that is a 3 against 1 now. We should be able to win this just fine. Alright, so Slowbro does have Amnesia, Thunder Wave, Surf, and Psychic, so it can be a little dangerous. But I don't think it's going to go for its Amnesia, it's just going to go for the Psychics. And Gengar should be able to survive one Psychic from a Slowbro. But not if it critical hits. Okay, that is good job, Slowbro. Good job. Yeah, Starmie should be able to finish it off with Thunder, and then its last Pokemon, whether it's Sandslash, Vaporeon, or Weezing or Nidoking, Starmie should be able to do it. Alright, critical hit, that is very nice. We are getting quite a bit lucky in today's episode. You know, the previous battle went fine. We got one continuo before that. Alright, Weezing. Now, Weezing in particular, it has a decent special and HP combination, so it can tank quite a lot of hits. Alright, we got a critical hit, but as you can see, even with the critical hit, it didn't do that much damage, despite it being a same type attack bonus move for Starmie. And we got poisoned. That's not the end of the world, but I am expecting Starmie to go down earlier than Weezing, so I hope that we can get a speed drop on this Weezing so that it's guaranteed for Executor to be faster than this Weezing. So I hope for this speed drop. Alright, can we get a speed drop? Alright, that's perfect. Starmie should go down this turn, but Executor should be able to finish it off perfectly fine. Yeah, it's at KO range for Psychic for a very long time. Alright, so this Psychic will finish it off, and then we're off to the next battle. Alright. That is one continue. That should be the last continue we are able to get in the Prime Cup, but with a little luck we should be just fine. Now, this trainer, no particular quirk to it, like using Focus Energy or anything, but you just want to use Executor, Starmie, and Graveler in case of Electabuzz and Ditto. Alright. Now, the starting matchup can determine a lot. Alright, Gengar. Gengar. It's not often that this trainer uses Gengar. It has Psychic, Confuse Ray, Hypnosis, and Mega Drain. Now, I was hoping for it not to go for the Hypnosis, and it didn't do it. But it did get the critical hit, and we got a critical hit back. But what I was about to say that, despite the critical hit, Gengar's Psychic on Executor didn't do that much damage, which is very nice. Rapidash. Now, I want to switch to... yeah, I'm gonna switch out. Now, I'm not going to switch out to Graveler, because of the Ditto or the Electabuzz that can still come out. So I'm going to go for the Starmie against Rapidash and use Bubble Beam to 3-hit KO it, hopefully. It will use Toxic, but I was more afraid of it knowing Fire Spin, but according to my notes, it doesn't have Fire Spin, which is very nice. So... I shouldn't be too worried about Starmie going down now. Alright, one more hit. Now, if we had Surf, Rapidash would have gone down by now, but I guess we'll... You know, its speed drop property can be quite useful sometimes. Now, alright, Electabuzz. This is why we wanted Graveler, in order to switch out, because this this Electabuzz dominates our Starmie. It knows Thunder Wave, Seismic Toss, Thunderbolt, and Flash. Now, I hope it doesn't go for the Flash or anything. Maybe it goes for the Thunder Wave. That's what I find most likely. Alright, it went for the Thunderbolt. Maybe it saw it. Maybe Starmie was in 1-hit KO range for that. But let's just use Earthquake. Even if it switches back to Rapidash, this is just a very beneficial situation for Graveler. Because Rapidash only has 26 HP, I believe. Alright, and here we can really see the power of Graveler. But I believe, despite the speed drop, Electabuzz was still faster, so yeah. Let's see. I'm just gonna finish it. Maybe. Wait a minute. If Graveler survives this hit, it missed. But if Graveler survived this hit, this this is a perfect match with a continue. That is very nice. That is actually very unexpected, actually. Usually you don't get perfect matches this late into the Prime Cup Master Ball. But we got 2 perfect matches and 2 continues. That is very useful. Now this next trainer. It is the one with a very dangerous Alakazam. Now, this trainer you want to use Executor, Jolteon, and Chansey. Now, a story. As I'm starting this battle, I've been... I'll leave the story in just a second. Now this particular Snorlax, you want it asleep, because it is ridiculously strong with its 502 HP. It knows Body Slam, which is same type attack bonus. It knows Earthquake, which can do a lot of damage against Jolteon. And it knows Rock Slide, so flying type Pokemon like Zapdos aren't safe for it. And it also knows Rest, so it can fully restore its HP. Luckily, it doesn't know something like Amnesia. But you want it asleep, you want it special lowered. Alright. We are very lucky today with the previous matches going well with two perfect matches, but let's just continue using Psychic until it goes down. It should be in 2 hits. Yeah, 1 more hit. But a story. I've been contemplating about how am I going to take on the Alakazam that is in this trainer's team and the Mew that is, spoiler alert, once again in the last trainer's team, just like the Prime Cup Master Ball Round 1. And I just couldn't figure it out until the answer basically presented itself in not only the... I don't have Gengar, so I won't be... I can't switch, but I can make Executor tank the hit that is coming, because I know this Electrode knows something like Explosion or Self-Destruct. It knows Explosion, according to my notes, so... if you have Gengar, and it can be quite useful with its Ghost typing. Now, so what I was saying, the answer was basically presented. It basically presented itself in the Pika Cup, because you can use Chansey to tackle that Mew and this Alakazam that might be coming out now. Okay. Okay, Venusaur, no Alakazam, that is interesting. But if Alakazam did come out, you can use Chansey because it has such a massive HP, our Chansey, and it has a decent special stat, so it can tank all the Psychics that are coming from the opponent Alakazam and Mew. So that is very nice, and yeah, it basically presented itself during Worcester his 100% 100% speedrun of this game. Now, let's see, Venusaur does have Mega Drain, Growth, Leech Seed, and Toxic, so it wasn't much that it could do against our Executor, and that was a perfect match with only Executor used. Wow, we got 2, 3 continues. That is nice. Now this last trainer, you might be very familiar with him. He's the Flying Type trainer that is always the 7th one in the Master Ball difficulty in round 1 and 2. The most optimal Pokemon, Jolteon, Starmie, and Graveler. Alright, Articuno, you just want to use Thunder against it. It should go down in 2 turns. Now, particularly dangerous ones in this battle are Aerodactyl, Charizard, and Zapdos, because they have very diverse movesets. I just took a sip of water. Remember to always stay hydrated. Now, luckily that Blizzard didn't freeze and did critical hits, so Jolteon survived perfectly fine. Now, very useful that Jolteon is faster than all of these bird Pokemon. Except maybe one. Maybe we'll see that one. Alright, Thunder. Let's see how much damage that does. And a critical hit. That should be a 1 hit. I was expecting it to survive with its slightly higher special than most Pokemon, but 1 hit KO, I guess. Alright, Aerodactyl. This is the one that is faster than Jolteon, so this Aerodactyl doesn't have something like Earthquake, it just has Hyper Beam, Fly, Supersonic, and Toxic, and it can't do much against our Graveler. And actually, wanna see me make this a perfect match? That switch was all I needed. I can make this a perfect match. Just use Rock Slide. It's going to recharge, because it just did Hyper Beam. Jolteon would not be able to tank that. Oh wow, critical hit. And a one-hit KO. Oh my god, we are getting lucky. Oh my goodness. That was... Three continuous? No, wait. Four perfect matches, 4 continues. Oh my goodness. We have 4 continues in the Prime Cup Master Ball. Are you serious? Now this next... I am a little too excited. This next battle, it of course has the Mew, and it has a very diverse, very strong team. You want to use Chansey, Gengar, and Executor, but I have to say, this is not a team... Any team that you choose is not a team that you can be guaranteed to win. If the opponent uses certain Pokemon like Tauros, you should not be able to win. Now, this Jolteon, you want to use Executor against him. This particular Jolteon does not have Pin Missile, I believe. It just says Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, Hyper Beam, and Reflect. Going to start off with Reflect, so using something like Graveler might not be the best option. It still would be a 2 or 3 hit KO against it, but you just want to use Psychic and possibly put it to sleep. Oh no, we weren't able to move. Now I am expecting it now. I am expecting it now to switch into Mew, and that would be very nice because now I can use a Psychic and Sleep Powder on it with not that much damage being able to get dealt back. This Mew has Tri-Attack, Thunder Wave, Psychic, and Soft Boiled. Now it can be very annoying with its healing capabilities of Soft Boiled. So that is why I wanted its special lowered. As you can see, despite its 100 special base stat, it didn't do that much damage with Psychic. It would be better for it to go for the Tri-Attack, actually. And of course, if we can get more special drops, it will do less and less damage, which will be very useful if Executor goes down. But this trainer is just... it's just a switcheroo of its Pokemon. It switches out a lot, and it also heals its Mew quite a lot with Soft Boiled. And against... oh, we were fully paralyzed. But against Chansey in particular, it doesn't use Soft Boiled a lot. So that is very nice. If we could get a simultaneous switching of Executor into Chansey or Gengar into Chansey, and then the opponent's Pokemon like Starmie or Jolteon switched into Mew, then you reduce its chance of its likelihood of using Soft Boiled by a lot. Now this Starmie, I really wanted asleep, and I'm just going to try Solar Beaming it. We can get a 1-hit KO, I believe, or 2-hit KO maybe. Alright, fully paralyzed. It might switch back to Mew. Alright, Solar Beam. Please do not be fully paralyzed the next turn. Please. Alright, it woke up this turn. That's much better than it waking up the previous turns. Alright. Alright, full hit. KO'd from almost full HP. That is what I meant to say. What's your next Pokemon going to be? Mew, alright. It's near full HP again. We just want it either asleep or it's special lowered with Psychic. Or maybe even both, if that's possible. Alright, Ooh, critical hit. We barely survived. Now I hope this hits. I hope this hits. Nice. I could switch into Chansey and... you know what? I'm going to go for the Psychic and see if I can lower its special. But yes, that would be very useful for Chansey. And then Chansey and Gengar can together deal with Jolteon. Okay, special lowered. Very nice. If we could get it lowered even more, that would be so much of a guaranteed win. Special lowered again. Alright, perfect. If it wakes up this turn, it should be near KO rate. I mean, it should be near... Okay, I was expecting it to do more damage than that, so that Chansey, Seismic and Gengar's Nightshade would be able to KO it. But this is going very well. Like, we got so much luck during this episode. It's amazing. Yeah, just Gengar should be able to finish it off, actually. Considering its special was lowered by 2 stages. Okay, it's switching. I was not expecting that, to be honest, but Gengar, with its good special stat, should be able to deal with Jolteon. Even if it uses Thunder Wave, even if it uses Reflect. It can only effectively use Thunderbolt because Hyper Beam is normal type. Alright, Thunder Wave. That's fine. As long as Gengar can get 2 more Nightshades off. I could even go for the Hypnosis, but I don't think I will. Ooh, critical hits. That is bad. Either way, Gengar's gonna go down this turn. Yes. And Chansey should be able to finish it off. Chansey should be able to finish it off. Despite, oh wow, critical hit again. Despite Mew not having its special lowered. Now I hope that this Jolteon doesn't go for the Hyper Beam. Because that's when we're probably going to lose. I hope it goes for the Thunderbolt or the Thunder Wave. I think, because of previous experiences, I think it's going to go for the Thunder Wave. Alright, it did go for the Thunder Wave. Now if Chansey is able to move for a few turns in a row, it should be able to win. We can tank all those Psychics that this Mew is going to throw out at us. And we only need 2 hits of Seismic Toss. If the Mew doesn't go for Soft Boiled. Alright. Full HP Chansey with, that is paralyzed, against less than half HP Mew. Alright. It's going to use Soft Boiled. We should just use Seismic Toss. Rest is not... I could go for the rest and, you know, get the paralyzes off. But I think just going for the Seismic Toss... Oh. You'll see in just a second what I'm going to say. Oh goodness. We got our special lowered. If it lowers our special again, we should look. Oh. Oh god. We should be able to KO it with just 1 more hit. If it gets another Psychic, we should be able to survive. Oh god, special lowered again. But Seismic Toss. I thought 3 times in a row that I accidentally pressed accidentally pressed Egg Bomb, but either way, we won the Prime Cup Master Ball. Oh my god. We won it with 4 perfect matches. 4 continues in the Prime Cup Master Ball. That is so rare to happen. Oh my goodness, we were so lucky. Especially that last battle. It got a bit heated, to put it in nice words. But we still won. Thanks Chansey, Gengar, Executor, Graveler, Starmie, and Jolteon. But I don't just have the Pokemon to thank, I have you guys to thank for watching as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was the first batch of episodes of Round 2 of Pokémon Stadium, and I hope you enjoyed this first batch. The next batch will not take as long as the previous one. But this has been Gigoku7. I will see you guys next time when we take on the first gym of the Gym Leader Castle. See you guys then.